Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Psychic Talk Radio with Reverend Adam, your source for spiritual insight and messages.
All right, we are now live and on air, and you are listening to our new segment, Are You Cursed, Crossed, Possessed, or Hexed? And this is your host, Reverend Adam. It is great to be on air with you all today, and we are looking forward to helping you with your individual messages and insight into your different cases and whatever's going on for you. And we're more than happy to shed a little bit of light into your path going forward. Wishing you all the best. In today's show, we will be talking about people who are cursed, crossed, hexed, or possessed, and how to better your lives through removing negative energy. And as we bring each person on air, we're going to ask you to state your name, where you're calling from, and then you're going to describe your situation and why you feel you may be blocked or cursed, crossed, hexed, or possessed in that area. It looks like we already have a few callers here in the queue, so let me try and get over to that right now. Give me one moment. All right, our first caller today is going to be area code 520. Hello, caller. You are live and on air. Please state your name, where you're calling from, and go right into your situation.
Hello, Lisa, Tucson, Arizona. Are you just?
Yes.
You're not
hello.
doing. Hello. You're not doing regular readings.
On this segment, it's all about what kind of energy may be blocking a person from moving forward in their lives and how to remove negative energies. So regular readings are more found on our regular show, just straight up howpsychic.com.
Okay.
Sorry, Psychic Talk Radio. I was reading my website name there for a minute. The regular show is Psychic Talk Radio. This one is the new segment for if a person is cross-hexed or possessed. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well,
but
I'm not.
I'm more than happy to help you. What's going on?
Well, I started a new position, a second job, and I wonder what energy you pick up around it. It's
okay.
I'm in training.
Okay.
I'm in training, and it's an independent contractor. And do you see me making any money at it?
Okay. Give me one moment, and I will tune in for you.
Thank you.
Okay, yes, I do see you making money with this, and I feel it will go well for you. It's going to be a little challenging right now. One, you're having to kind of feel out the other people involved, and they're having to feel you out. I'm only getting one other person at the moment that might be a little bit of a negative vibration, but I'm not feeling anything we really have to be too concerned about here.
Oh, good, and you're so right. You are so right. That is going on. It's not so much the owner. Well, maybe. I don't know. I mean, we seem to have a good rapport. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, you're so right about what you said.
I got you. Okay. Well, know that I feel it will work out in time, and it's going to be a bit challenging emotionally as well. So just take everything in stride and allow yourself to see the silver lining, okay? Don't lose sight of that. And what you need to do is look at each challenge as an opportunity to grow and to, adjust how you are able to express your truth and express yourself, okay? Because this is also going to be a challenge to unblock that throat chakra, which I mean is basically you're unblocking your throat and you're being yourself. Don't forget to be yourself. Be kind, but be direct as well. Okay?
Very much. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for calling in.
Thank you again. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay, and once more, you are listening to Are You Cursed, Crossed, Possessed, or Hexed? This is our show here. You are listening to myself, your host, Reverend Adam. Occasionally, we might be joined by a co-host here and there. It kind of goes back and forth on that level sometimes. But we are speaking of people who have been blocked in certain areas of their life. We're here to help you. We're here to help you understand how to remove certain negative energies from your life and how to move forward with your blessings and to achieve those blessings and your goals. But remember, it's not always the goal that is important. It's also the journey getting there. Sometimes we lose sight of that. The journey is what really helps us grow and helps us expand and helps us learn. But on today's show, we have the opportunity for you to reach out if you're feeling cursed, crossed, hexed, or possessed in any way by negative forces, and how to go through proper procedures to remove these. Now, one thing people do a lot nowadays is they'll use sage, and sage is a wonderful tool to help maintain positive energy within the home, on yourself, and around you and in different environments. And sage is a little bit of a spiritual abrasive, which means it will help remove some lighter negative energies from your life and your environment, but it's not a very abrasive unit by itself, so it's only going to remove those lighter negative energies. It doesn't remove the heavier negative energies. So this is why sometimes people have to look out for a professional to help them remove anything that may have been placed on them, roots, conjure work, spells, curses, hexes, witchcraft, whatever might be there, because sometimes these things are done on a much heavier level. Let's say you're in a home and you just had a visitor and they were just a little negative or pessimistic, and using sage is going to be more than efficient to help you remove some of that energy. But if that person came in the home and they were not just negative, but they also did something or left something there that may be spiritually an attack on you, these are the things that we're trying to talk about today, how to remove these. Another thing a person can do when they feel that they have something on them, which is a little bit more abrasive, but still it's just a little something to help tide you over until you can get professional help, you take what's known as a salt bath or a spiritual bath. Now, a spiritual bath can be as simple as placing a half a cup of salt into a full bathtub of water. Mainly what you want to use is either a table salt or a sea salt for that. And you soak in the water for a little bit, imagining whatever blockage, whatever negative energy comes off of you, okay, and goes down the drain with that water and salt. Another version, a little bit heavier on the logistics of it, what you're going to do is you would take the salt, you would add the salt to the water, you would add a few drops of essential oil of rosemary and, say, lemongrass, and maybe even a few drops of sage oil. And this will help strengthen the blend a little bit when you really need that extra hand to help remove some of these negative energies. So what it'll do is it'll remove at least a couple of layers for you, so that way it buys you a little bit of time for you to get to a professional person that deals with this kind of stuff like myself. Now, I see we still have our caller here listening in, and I don't see any other callers. I'm going to go ahead and bring you back on air and ask if there's anything else you would like help with. Hello, caller by area code 520. First three digits are 234. You are live and on air. Okay. All right, it looks like they just want to listen in. So what we're doing today is we're talking about spiritual work and how to cleanse and how to remove negative energies. Sometimes energy is placed on us that we're not even aware of. Sometimes we come across people that lay what's known as the evil eye on us because they don't like the cut of our brow or something about us intimidates them. They don't really need a reason. People that do this kind of dark work to other people, they just do it because it's in their nature and it's not right, but, you know, they don't really need a reason. And we always think, well, what if a person needs a reason? What motive do they have? You know, sometimes darkness doesn't need a motive. It sees anything in you that might be a bit of light and wants to try and destroy that light. That's the core motive, and that never changes. But ultimately, the best way to deal with people of that nature, one, you have to kill them with kindness, as they say, but two, you have to distance yourself, and you have to make sure you're not sharing too much information with them, even in situations where, let's say, you work together or you're in the same environment or in the same family as each other. You have to come to a way of being able to divide your mindset from their ability to be able to hurt you or harm you, and you have to look at them as a challenge to grow. You have to look at them as a challenge to expand yourself. And you have to, you know, remember that the way other people act is their responsibility, but how we allow it to affect us is our own. Now, for those of you that are tuning in and listening today, but would like to call in and ask your question live and on air, the call-in number is 323-642-1694. Once more, that is 323-642-1694. All right. And once more, we also want to remind you for private psychic readings and professional spiritual work, you can go to the website at howpsychic.com and you can purchase those sessions through there, or you can call me directly at 443-319-3366 anytime we are off air. All right. So another thing that people like to do, which is what we do in the professional field, is when we're cleansing someone and we need a little bit of a more abrasive towards that darkness to remove it, energy clearing, what we'll take frankincense and myrrh, and we'll mix it with a bit of cinnamon. Now, that gives you a kind of Catholic version of exorcism incense. And even though you may not be removing a demon from a person, exorcism incense is pretty powerful. And sometimes it's used to also remove curses, hexes, jinxes, and witchcraft or bad things from a person's life and their self or their environment. So frankincense, when we do this, we like to really use the raw form of frankincense or myrrh. And the raw form is really a type of resin. It's a type of tree sap. These are two different tree saps that we use. These tree saps are very effective because they have a high vibrational energy. And, you know, frankincense has always been used in the church to carry our prayers to heaven, to God. Myrrh has always been used to help purify and cleanse and remove dark energy because of how abrasive it is spiritually, and how much of a higher vibrational energy it has. And then the cinnamon is more of a keystone, because what that does is it helps to blend the frankincense properties with the myrrh, and it helps to add just a tad bit more of abrasive energy towards darkness, because demons, negative energy, they can't stand cinnamon, they can't stand frankincense, they can't stand myrrh, but cinnamon, as the keystone, they really can't stand, so they flee in the presence of this scent and this aura that it really puts out. Okay, So it doesn't look like we're going to have many callers today. So we just want to go on air when we can. And I know this was a little bit of a short notice, so we're going to try and plan out the next one for a little bit longer out, just to make sure everybody has time to plan it and get here on the show for this segment. But we are very willing to help you all, and we all want to wish you a namaste and a love and light. So we're going to go ahead and end the segment today. And once more, remember to stay positive, stay upbeat, and always, always think of how you are allowing situations to affect you. Excuse me. All right, namaste.
Thank you for listening to Psychic Talk Radio with Reverend Adam.
Oh, wait, one more. Oh, well, there we go. Okay. We had another caller there for just a moment, but they kicked off. So I do apologize. We're going to go ahead and end the segment for today then, and we want to wish you all once more namaste.
Thank you for listening to Psychic Talk Radio with Reverend Adam. Be sure to tune in next time for more spiritual insight. On behalf of Reverend Adam and the entire crew, we wish you all namaste, love, and healing.